Good evening. It's Vijay here. I hope all of you are having a wonderful weekend after a tumultuous week for the Bulls last week on ending on Friday. Welcome to yet another weekend reflections where we talk about what happened last week and what we can expect the following week. Now, we have been bullish since last June 2024, soon after the elections, and have maintained a consistently bullish stand till very recently when I've turned cautious. The reason I've turned cautious in the market is that I had always warned about something called a black swan event, in this case, an orange swan event, where we know Trump is there, he's going to create problem, but we do not know what is the extent of the problems he's going to create. So, a couple of weeks ago, in fact, 3 weeks ago, I had mentioned that we had moved our portfolio mostly into precious metals. Nearly 50% of our portfolio is in precious metals. In fact, in some portfolios, we have gone up to as high as 60%. We have also gone into other base metals in not only the precious metals, we have also gone into Hindustan Copper, for instance, in copper. And we also gone into Hindalco about a couple of days ago, last week. And we are into NMDC. So our portfolio is tactically poised into predominantly a metal portfolio, and in that highest proportion is in the go precious metals. The reasoning being that Trump seems to be attacking India in particular, and so we need to first of all change our strategy, tactically at least, to stocks or industries sectors which are inward facing and or where he has no control, like precious metals. He can do nothing about it. So we have now changed, we have now moved away completely from pharma. We are not there in IT. We are not there in some of the metal companies like steel. We are not there. We do not know, because you see, China could dump on us. So we have moved to something which is where India may have strength, and where Trump doesn't have any role to play at all. And silver and gold, we still believe there's a long way to go, even though people are scared of the prices. They feel the price is high and there is a resistance here, there is a RSI 80. All that is true. So, in the short term, you may have volatility, but I strongly believe, independent of what Trump does or not do, silver and gold specifically will look for higher numbers, higher than what most of us can even imagine. So, as far as the Nifty is concerned, I think this is a make or break week, because last week was very difficult. In fact, the worst fall in the last 6 months. So, I, looking at the charts technically, I would say the support is at 24,300 levels. Actually, the lowest Nifty reached was on August 8th, around 24,357. So, I would say 24,300, give or take 50, 100 points. 24,250 to 24,300 on a closing basis for a couple of days will make me nervous as far as the Nifty and Nifty components are concerned. So, as I said, we had the worst weekly fall nearly 6 months. Both Nifty and Bank Nifty fell down by about 3%. TCS, for instance, fell really badly. It fell the worst weekly drop over 5 years. That's 9% drop. And IT posted worst weekly fall in 6 months. Coforge was down by 15%. Now let's look at what FIs are doing. FIs continue to sell relentlessly. In fact, last 3 months they have been selling. Prior to that, 4 months they were buying, net buyers on a monthly basis. But last 3 months, for instance, in July they sold 48,000 crores net. In August it was 47,000 crores equivalent, and thank God they only sold 30,000 crores till Friday, which means maybe they may end up with 40,000 crores even if they continue to sell in the next 3 4 days. But FIs clearly are bearish on India. The last year, or the beginning of this year, calendar year, people complained that the valuations were high. Nifty PE was 24, 23. Now we have come down to somewhere close to 21 and odd. So there is no scope for blaming it on pure valuations. And monetary policy has changed dramatically in the last 6 to 8 months. So you cannot even blame the monetary policy. Look at inflation. Inflation has come down. IIP has gone up. Government has taken proactive measures in terms of GST, and they are looking for some more measures in the next few days, weeks. And the RBI governor himself has said that the next policy will contain some measures to alleviate the problems of the exporters. So, with all this, you see, we are entering a week where the mood is down and people have only lost money. If you look at a year-on-year basis, most mutual funds are down 7.5% to 10%, and in Nifty itself, on 27th of September of 2024, Nifty peaked out at 25,600 and odd. Today we are sitting at 24,600, which is down by 2,000 points. So portfolios have done poorly, but we have kept the faith, but we have changed tactically, but we're still on the long side in many stocks apart from the precious metals. So we would like to wait and watch for this week before we actually, want to change our stance to from bullish to bearish. Right now, we are cautiously bullish. We continue to be cautiously bullish. Now, you see what has happened on Friday. Trump said pharma companies will pay 100% tariff. He said patented and branded pharma. Now, all generics, India exports generics. US is a very big generic market for Indian pharma, but they do not export it as just the formulation. They put a brand name there. So when he says branded product, does he mean even the generics which have been sold in US? So that is going to there is some confusion. Clearly, we have to be very watchful on pharma companies. In fact, he has now changed, slightly modified his order by saying those who have already got a deal with the US, he will not charge them this 100% tariff, which means India is one of the rare countries which doesn't have a deal yet with US. So we will come under the 100% tariff, whereas Japan or EU will not come under the 100% tariff. So other macro events, our RBI date has released data. They said bank credit has grown by about 10 odd percent year on year, which is good. Bank deposits have grown close to 10% year on year, which is also good. So that is some hope that the economy is chugging along. Not great, but not bad either. The only reason why markets are not going up is because there is a fear of Trump. So the US bilateral deal, the Indian delegation went and has come back, but really no breakthrough, though they are saying we are on the track to fulfill the deal by end October. But I don't know as of now. We have really no idea where they are, but it doesn't look so positive, unfortunately. Now, this week also has, the RBI policy meeting on Wednesday. We will know. I think it will be a dovish policy. I won't be surprised if we get a 25 basis point cut, though many people are not expecting it. Most people expect the policy to be steady, but the circumstances have changed, and I think RBI is well within its right to reduce interest rates by 25 basis points. Even if they don't do it, I think they will come with some measures which will at least assuage the market. So that is why we continue to be bullish. Then you have the IIP, which is coming tomorrow. Then what else is there? Monthly expiry, Nifty monthly expiry is there on Tuesday. So Wednesday is the RBI policy. Thursday is a holiday. Thursday is October 1st. The auto sales would come. Then you have Friday, Thursday, but October 2nd is a holiday. So we have a holiday shortened week next week. But very important events, which are basically the RBI policy and the auto sales numbers and the IIP numbers. So, and then government's borrowing plan also they have reduced. So, which means there should be less pressure on the interest 10-year yield. And also the rupee probably will find support because RBI is very active. They will allow the rupee to drift slowly, but not necessarily, they may not strengthen, but it may be within a small band. So all in all, it is going to be a very, very important week as far as I am concerned. But of course, we are clear what we have to do, and we have done what we have to do. And we believe that there is a lot of merit, not only as a defensive strategy, but as an offensive strategy in terms of buying into precious metals. But we have to be prepared for huge volatility. But as I said, you must know what we are thinking about 6 months later. So therefore, we are bullish. We are cautiously bullish. We hope something good will come out of next week with all these, events. And so, whatever you do, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.